So we've already known about the full text search, and now let's talk about the subscriptions. And when we works at Infobase, where the Infobase has the very important file for us, and let's see the subscribe for notifications that we can set. For this section we need to open the file form, click on more actions, and select subscribe, notification subscriptions, and we have 4 business event types: file locked for editing, file was modified, file was unlocked, and new reply in file forum thread. File locked for editing, the other user locks file or starts the editing. File was modified, the new version of the file was created. File was unlocked, the other user finishes the editing or unlocks the file, and new reply in file forum thread. We have a new message in the forum of this file, and we can have the notifications in a window from edition 2.1. And let's go back to the adding file into the system. We've already known how create a new file in the system, but the system can do it automatically. And let's create a new folder, and name it scones. Not enough permission to perform. We need to do this action by administrator, but now we enter the system by Peter Smith. Go back to the administrator and create the new folder, scones, and let's set the permissions for all users. We also have it. Now we need to move it in the root, save, and add the permission for all users. Save and close. For example, we have a powerful scanner that can scan the network folder, and we need that the scans from the network folder will copy to the 1C document management in the folder scans. Let's create the folder on the server. Let's create a folder scans on the desktop. Scans, and we need to go properties, sharing, share, Everyone at read and write, share, done, and once sharing, ticket, share name scans, and permissions, allow for everyone the full control, apply, okay, close. And I want to say it again and repeat that all files in our info base are conditional and a big part of them are empty. I have three conditional scans. Let's select it. Ctrl C. Ctrl V. And we need to go to network and copy this path. Ctrl C. And let's go back to the program by administrator. We need to go setup and administration, program settings, file operation, and setup automatic import of files. We don't see the automatic file into setup. We need to edit, paste the copied path. We need to choose the folder, scans, and user change, and schedule isn't set. Let's set it. We need to repeat every day after every 30 seconds. Every day, every 30 seconds. OK. Press OK. Save settings. And we need to wait about 30 seconds. Go to the files. And now you can see that the system automatically adds the files from Windows Explorer to the 1C document management. Consequently, if the other files will be added into the network folder, it also automatically will be added in 1C document management. And let's say about the structure of the files folder. We know that the files, the section of document files and document and files contains the documents, and incoming, outgoing, internal documents contains records. It means that you must keep the agreements, orders, special orders in internal documents, but I do it for clarity of working with the files. The most effective structure of the files is creating the structure for every department. It means that every department needs to have their own folder and has permissions for it. So let's create the folder for accounting, in the root, save, 7 close, and permission settings, add the permission only for accounting. Seven close. Create for human resources. No, for production. Create folder, also in root, production. Save, and permission settings, add the department production. Save and close. Try to set the more detailing settings. On example, counting, open folder form. We also need to mark responsible. For example, it is a manager of accounting. It's Peter Smith. And you need to more detailing. Permissions, Peter Smith. We need to set the full permissions or full access for Peter Smith, because he is responsible for accounting and he is a manager of accounting at this moment. Save and close. Let's go back to the folder permissions. Read. This permission lets you to see the files in a file list and read it. Update folders. We can change a mark for deletion and create the subfolders. Also, we can create the files, change the placement and change the files, edit it, delete it. Peter Smith also can set the permissions for other users of the system, and his permissions for subfolders, the permissions of Peter Smith spreads for subfolders of the parent folder. So let's Peter Smith open once Enterprise and see what can he do now. Open once Enterprise. Wait some time. Choose the Peter Smith in the users list. Okay. Functions, documents and files. Now we see that Peter Smith see the folder accounting, and let's create subfolder and set the permissions for all users, all employees of department accounting. Create folder. The parent folder is accounting. Description: common files. Save and close. And let's create a new subfolder. Create folder. Management. We know that management is the main department, and management move it in the root, and responsible for it management is Albus Dumbledore, the manager of management. Save and close. And now we need to set the permissions. All user can read, and Albus Dumbledore have the full access for this folder. Save and close. And for example, we want to create two subfolders. The first is common files for all employees of enterprise. Common files. Responsible Albus. Save and close. And let's create a new subfolder. It's a future projects. And only Albus can see these subfolders. So this subfolder project responsible Albus, and save and close. But we have some troubles because common users mustn't see the future projects, and we need to set permissions for it. Let's open the permission settings of management and forbid the permission for subfolders for all users. And now when the simple users open the management, he see, and now only Albus has access to read and edit and work with the file, and subfolders have a full access to the future projects. And if the common user open the management, he only see the common files. Let's try to do it. Once enterprise document management, We need to wait some time. Peter Smith. Files, management. Sorry, I forgot to add permissions to all users. Add. All users can read. 7 close. Now go to the Peter Smith and refresh home page. Refresh files, management, and see the common files. And he can't see the future projects. So now we already know how to set the permissions and what can we do with permission at all. And I would pay your attention that internal documents also have the folders, but name internal document folders like department or departments is incorrect, difficult, and inconvenient. And we have the last theme in the module files. It is reports. For the opening reports, we need to choose administrator, setup and administration, and reports. The users and we work with the files, edit them, and the system makes the different reports. Let's see some of them. The first is dynamics of volume and number of files. We can tick chart of file size or chart of file count or tick it both. We also can select a period from the beginning of this month or month, last month, this month, till the end of this month, next month. Run report, and this line shows us the file size at different dates and the files count at different dates. And the second is the file list. We can choose the different ticks. First is period, the second is author. If we need to see the file list with necessary author or necessary version author or necessary editor. So I tick only period this month and run report. And this report files list shows us the all files that were created for this month. And we finish a big theme working with the files. And I want to say again that the working with the files in all part of system, incoming, internal, outgoing documents and files is identical, but we need to remember that if we change the placement of the file, the permission so will also change. For example, if we change the placement of first order from the orders files into incoming documents and the user hasn't got permission for incoming documents, the user can't see these files in the system.